Hi. Today I was given some more fabulous and enlightening information. And one of the things is maybe you've heard that, we're energy transformers. Okay, some people say we're energy generators. But the generators start part from what I've been told isn't exactly true. What was said is that we are actually energy transformers. In the physical, since we are physical, we actually bend light like any physical thing does. Because we have some kind of physical structure, we bend light. And in our thoughts, in their perceptions, in our beliefs, we take the whole energy, like everything, every frequency, vibration. The universe is made of that energy and light. Light is energy and information, and we take that and by our very thoughts and our beliefs, and that we actually bend it or transform it. And it actually first comes in and is met with our thoughts, our perceptions, right? Limited in that way and spreading through our bodies in a communication with our system. It's light and energy and information, and throughout the body, then the cell structures and that have changed. And this happens, faster than the speed of light. And that's been proven now as well, is that yes, that the speed of light was one speed, but there is things that go much faster than that. So in this bending of information, right, which is energy, and information makes light, the bending of this light and into ourselves and then out into our environment and well beyond, probably faster than the speed of light. Just like somebody has a thought and you pick up on the thought, really not sure if it's yours or theirs, who thought it first, does it really matter? The whole point is some form of energy is actually transcribed based on our beliefs and our perceptions. We actually transcribe this energy. Maybe it's probably very mental energy, and we've made it our own and thought of our own thought in our own context that we know of. So no wonder, to solve a problem, you have to think outside the box. You have to think on a different level. Because if you always maintain the same level of thought, nothing changes. So what I was told is, yes, we are the energy transformers. Okay, it all exists. There's light, we're a light bender, so light carries information and energy, and we actually transform that energy, and we put that out, and other people pick up on it, but they also put it into their own language based on their own patterns and beliefs, and they take that in and put it out so that it perpetuates. And that's all fine and good, but that's what we have to know, is that we are quite capable. It's like a virus, right? We're quite capable of actually spreading our thoughts, but other people are going to pick them up, make it their own. Does it really belong to anybody, or is it a collective? I don't know, but the point is that this is what happens. And those that are not grounded and have a sense of purpose, and that very much are swayed by the mental energies of other people, right? And circumstances, and one thing another, that they're very easily swayed. And then there's those who have a sense of purpose, have that joy of, service and that to other people, who are not so well shifted into different modes of thought. And we could say that happiness, that joy, is an anchor. Now I'm going to take that one step further, because isn't it, if our ultimate pursuit isn't to be happy, And we can think of that in one way. We think of it as an emotion. To be happy is an emotion. And you know what that emotion feels like, makes you smile, maybe you're so happy and joyful, it makes you cry. Those are, for some of the signs of being happy. And so we actually take then happiness and we look at it a little more, deeper and deeper. Some of us put that happiness onto certain situations that, occur, maybe an engagement, a birthday, that makes them happy. Maybe you got your new car, that's going to make you happy the day you get that new car, or maybe you got that today, or you're happy because of somebody's behavior. But this is a problem. That's more in the physical realm, because we all know we can be disappointed. A loss of happiness. Somebody acts differently than you think they should, or what they act before, they were really generated this willpower and everything else that made you happy. Okay, and now today they're lazy. That makes you unhappy. The deal for the car fell through. You didn't have enough money, didn't have enough credit. Now you're unhappy. Okay, whatever the reason, you didn't get the engagement, you didn't get the job that you thought was going to make you happy. We all know what that's like, because you've put it on something. And I'm sure many know when you put it on something physical or some kind of outcome, saying, I'm going to be happy when this happens, that's never, ever going to work, because there is going to become dissatisfaction with it, a state of unhappiness. So then let's take that unhappiness, or that looking at happiness, I should say, looking at happiness, let's look a little deeper into it. And this is where we get into what truly is happiness. Because we're in this physical realm, we think of, our emotions and all that, we're very tied to ourselves. But, and I should say the word happiness has some kind of meaning to us. But let's say our idea of happiness is a little misconstrued. Let's say that happiness, some people, when they pray, and they'll feel this sense of happiness, and they don't have to have anything at all. People that feel happy for no reason at all, don't have it, are not disappointed. A matter of fact, they make greater connections. And why might that be? And is my inspiration, and that came from guidance today, is because they're connected to the nothingness. Can you imagine? Nothing is everything. And the moment that you give up an identity, your idea, or having this certain emotion, a feeling of happiness show up, that's the feeling you want, that's the feeling you want, that's the feeling you want, to that happiness is just always there. You've just decided how that's going to be, how you need that to show up in your life. And it does you no good, because you're going to be disappointed. But the moment that you're just happy, you're just happy. I can't say it another way. You just are. There was nothing, no fixing. You've been now, you committing yourself to just having that feeling. It doesn't matter that you didn't get the job. It doesn't matter that you didn't get the car. Those things don't matter, because you've decided inside to be happy anyways, and you have now started the road to the bigger connection, to the connection with the all, which you're from. You're part of that, and part of your journey now is to come back to that, because you're only just clothed in these cells and these ideas, and we've become so anchored in this physical world that we've actually forgotten, or some of us are on the road to remembering that, is that you're nothing, but you're everything. So in order to have connection, that you can't anchor it on anything, because if you anchor it on something, you're going to be disappointed. If you anchor your success on the idea, you get this job and blah, 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 you get this, you get that, you make $100,000, it really doesn't matter, because underneath it all, that wasn't what the connection was. That wasn't true happiness or joy when it's fixated on something, when it is subject to if this happens or that happens. I'm sure you've heard that tons of times, but the ultimate connection, the connection that we as a civilization have to start embracing and coming back to is you just are. You're happy. I'm going to use the word happy. You feel this joy of just being, and it doesn't hinge on anything. And that sounds a little, some people say, flaky. Well, if somebody hit my car, had a collision, of course I'm going to be unhappy. Of course you are, because you just had a loss in the physical sense, right? You just had the loss of a car, and I hope not harmed. But if you were, that's a loss of your physical body. But see, for a moment, it jars you back into this is the physical world. And I'm not saying you can't go around, just that there isn't physical limitations, because you are in the physical world. But the more that maybe you take the time every day to just let go of your identity, let go of your ego, and just be part of everything. Feeling that joy, that harmony, that frequency, that all-encompassing frequency that runs through the vibe of the universe, through the vibe of everything. There's nothing that's not untouched by it, because it is it. Then you will not be disappointed, because you have not fixed things on a limited idea. And imagine getting back to that and then taking the steps to your true essence, taking those steps to remember why you were here. As you became more into the physical form from that nothing, why are you here? But the first step is to take time every day and then to make those dots in time, those moments in time more frequent, that you can actually let go and experience what you're truly part of. And I think that's my next mode of discovery, is what things do we do or can we do to connect with those? So stay tuned, and another segment, that's something I'm sure I'll have guidance in to pass along to you to be covered. Until then, be part of everything.